Gorok, a world of glacial ranges, magma flows, expansive mountain plateaus, and cave jungles where the very insects were said to grow to the size of a terminus halfling. On the continent of Surat dwelt the 7 clans of the Ogre race, coexisting only by forced observance of sacred portals. These boundaries were handed down by the deities of the Graven Hold, along with the cryptic 7 Tomes of War, one bestowed to each clan. The tomes leveraged a promise of unrivaled power against a warning of permanent defeat. The Graven Hold hid the bulk of the tome's knowledge within an indecipherable labyrinth of runes, until a time when the volumes would be shared amongst the 7 clans equally. If even one tome was destroyed, the Pantheon would permit the ogres be wiped from the face of Gorok. However, there was no mandate that they be used. Thus, within their territories, each militant clan thrived to the extent they respected those limits, the vast wisdoms of the tomes remaining untapped, for no clan lord would dare share his birthright with another. Each clan handled their tome in their own manner. Bloodmare commissioned a hereditary order of mages to decipher the runes apart from collecting them all. Way of Asta kept theirs suspended over a pool of magma beneath their mountain fortress. Came the 6 blind warriors spread about the cauldron, illuminated only by molten rock. If they perished, so did the tome, an effective, if perilous tactic that illustrated the ogre mindset in battle. My foe dies, or we both do. The smallest clan of the 7, Black Moon, memorized the few legible runes from childhood, relying on them for survival more than any other. But from prosperity to poverty, circumstance only masked their instinct that welled up in each clan, rising from the soul of every ogre, male or female. Dominance by right of conquest, and there exists no proving measure for an ogre greater than defeating another ogre. When cast upon the naked land of Terminus, the frail bounds between the clans ruptured in haste. After eons of forced restraint, total war arrived. The scale of this conflict would have consumed the race had not a dark messiah risen from the chaos. Rothuk, landlord of the Black Moon tribe, took his tribe to the mountain ridge far to the south, claiming it was his name. Into this haunt he trekked alone, with the tome of the Black Moon, whispering that the secrets of the runes could be opened therein. Missing for weeks, as the Red Ogres of Dark Sun assaulted the last of his men, Rothuk emerged from the mist and shadows, forever changed. With the powers of an unlocked tome, Rothuk declared himself the Black Moon King, making an unprecedented claim as lord over all 7 clans. In a ruthless campaign, he validated this title, slaying the 6 rival clan lords with his own hand. All opposition collapsed beneath the surging tide of the Black Moon, each tome taken in turn. In victorious wrath, the king desecrated a sacred shrine of ancient Terminus, an ominous statue of a departed rainborn dragon. This monolith stood as a reminder of the latent authority on the planet, that of the bloodline of the Dragon King himself. Yet in one fearless stroke, the Black Moon King tore off the beast's jaw, casting the Hulk at his feet, breaking his ball. In a display of gross mockery, the king set his throne inside the mouth of the disfigured regent. From that seat he unleashed the unified Ogre host upon their continent of rainfall, though his ravenous eye cast out across the whole of the world. Yet this era of conquest was not to endure. The king was increasingly afflicted by the varied powers he used to terrorize his foes. With muttering throat and eyes that never closed to sleep, observers believed the dark curse of the breached tomes wreaked a greater claim upon the king with each victory. When the ceaseless whispers wreaked too great a madness upon him, the undefeated king abdicated his throne and vanished. Leaderless, the ogres were unable to hold on to their blood-soaked gains. Against defeat, rivalry, and betrayal, their fabled instincts seemed to have fled with their king and his books. When the revenant forces fell upon Black Maw, the reeling nation sought shelter in the Ashen Sanctum, themselves devastated like any common race. In this current frail age, the ogres are pitched in battle again. Their bitter rivalry with the Hounds of Oshchi smolders afresh, requiring warriors born of the race's native ferocity, leaders who can unify the fractured host. Yet beneath those aims burns the reclamation of the Tomes of War, a birthright stolen by their own native hand.